welcome to the first episode of Turning Point under Simply Daisy Productions. So, Turning Point is an interview with notable generals to share their stories that young people like us could be inspired also. Well, Turning Point is a project under my Turning 30 blog. So if you're a follower of Simply Daisy, you can see my chapters regarding my own experiences as I turned 30. Turning Point naman is an inspirational interview with those generals who has at the point of their lives story to tell, especially the turning point in their lives regarding just turning their milestones, turning into a career, turning into an age, turning into a awakening na everyone can relate. So right now, after all the threats, after all the compromises, our first guest for Turning Point is none other than the Mr. Royjan Malaluan. Yay! Hi, sir.
Thank you for threatening me to join this interview with you.
How do you feel right now?
I feel okay.
You feel
Generally okay.
you feel okay?
Yes.
Do you feel comfortable?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. Would you like to thank our sponsors?
Do we have any?
Nico and Chessa, our production. Later on, mag-vlog na sila ng kanya. So, hit subscribe, follow, and unfollow, whatever you like.
And you forgot the like button.
Don't forget the like button. Masyado siyang marketing. Okay, so we have to go down with with the serious matter. So you can see Sir John here is none other than my ex-boyfriend. And now, unfortunately, and now he's my husband. And I'm glad he volunteered under duress to be the
And threats,
first, and
yes.
threats and compromises to be the first guest for the Turning Point. So, how do you feel to be invited with force to our episode right now?
As what they always say, a happy again. As what they always say, a happy wife means a happy life. So in order for my life to be happy, I have to compromise. So that's why I'm here, and I'm really glad I'm here. Trust me.
This is a series of interviews. So if you're comfortable, you can answer the question. If you're not comfortable, you may answer the question still. So you can freely do whatever you want as long as you answer all the questions.
Okay.
Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us, sir, tell us about yourself and the challenge right now with our generation is turning 30. You are right now 49. You are 29. You're 29 and you will be 30 in a while. Diba? So, me personally, I've experienced a lot of things before I turned 30 and that was my turning point of knowing who I am, what are my purposes are, dealing with people, with families. And right now, I'm asking you in preparation to be 30 na in a while. O may ganun ka bang experiences?
As we turn 30, it is another milestone in our life. We have to prepare as we mature physically, we mature mentally, emotionally. Maybe for some, 1330 would mean deteriorating your physical health. Maybe some would improve. Some would experience great joys in their lives. Some will experience sorrows. Some might feel good, might feel better. Some might feel depressed.
Now, me, before I turned 30, that's when I realized my friends or the number of quality friends I have was dwindling down. So, nawawala na yung mga close friends ko. Do you experience that?
Yes, I do. I do experience those things. Sabi nga nila, as you grow mature, sometimes you have to let go of things. So you have to let go of people as well.
And it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing because maybe some of our friends or some of the important people in our lives are there for a phase. They are there because you're in that phase of your life. And sometimes when you grow older, when you grow more mature, hindi mo na kasi madadala lahat eh.
Yes.
Kasi some people would bring you down and some people would pull you up. And it's a matter of choice na lang in our lives on who will we bring as we grow older.
Yes.
So you have to choose what's good for you. That's an important reminder for us always.
And you always say na we have to hustle on our 20s and settle on our 30s, then have fun on our 40s, mga ganun tayo. So, I think that's part of it na we collect friends, we choose our friends in our 20s, and those who stays in our 30s are the one we settle with. Is that ano kasi that's a wisdom I learned from him talaga from the very start na we have to hustle by 20s so by 30s you could settle.
Yes, yes, yes. Kasi I always believe before na we really have to work hard when we have the chance to work hard. Even I think we share this experience kasi when we were still young, our parents would always pressure us to be the best, to study well, to study hard so that you will earn this in the future and that. So it's something that I'm also thankful because
yeah.
if we did not work hard when we were younger, we would be someone right now whom we might not like.
Yes.
Kasi I believe whatever the good things that we did before, yun yung pa sinasabi nila, you reap what you sow. If you work hard before, you will enjoy the fruits after.
Yes, actually that's one of the wisdom also I live by from you na you reap what you sow. So it's matter of what you give life today, you will enjoy tomorrow.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now you have mentioned now we outgrew some of our friends and some of our friends would bring you down. How did you handle the most sensitive area, that's betrayal?
When it comes to that, I believe kasi I always say this to you even when we encounter this topic that when people do bad things against you, uh, you do not have to be even with them.
Yes.
Yes.
You don't have to get back.
You don't have to get back. Just have to surrender everything to the Lord. Kasi at the end of the day, kasi whatever bad things they say or they do to you, it doesn't define who you really are. What defines you is your reaction towards them. So, as I practiced before, no, before when may mga ganung mga instances, we will feel really hurt. But
Yes.
right now, we just have to let go and then let God do the rest. And then you will feel that later your life will be lighter.
Yes.
You will feel happier and may mga unnecessary stresses na rin na you won't bring na into your next chapters of your life.
Okay, for your another thing, when it comes to betrayal, you always tell me na we don't charge it against the person. We don't blame the person. Kahit tayo ang binetray or may ginawang di maganda sa atin, you always say na we have to understand the person. Kasi sabi na lang natin minsan baka di masarap ulam niya, di maganda yung gising niya. So, kaya niya nagawa yung mga ganong bagay. I always take that from you. Ako nagagalit ako especially if na-betray ka when all we did was give them something good, gano'n. So, why ganong concept? Bakit ganon?
Siguro it's just a way, siguro, a Christian way of living. But we were raised na when people will do bad things against us, we just have to pray for them. We
Yeah.
believe kasi that vengeance is not ours.
Yes.
And it's up to the Lord. So we could just extend utmost understanding towards them because they're also people. They make mistakes. We are all not perfect. But those things, if they did something, we just try to understand them
Yes.
the best that we can. We do not take it against the people. We understand that some people would also make mistakes in their lives, but
Yeah.
we just have to pray for them. Sooner or later, they may realize that. So,
Sige. Next question regarding also with betrayal. You always tell me na pag may naririnig ako about myself, I should let it go. Kung ako talaga is I really want to defend it. Pero ikaw na nagsabi na you cannot go person to person to person to explain yourself na it's not true.
yes.
But it's hard, really. It's really hard to follow that. What's the wisdom behind?
God's grace, definitely God's grace. Kasi hindi mo naman kailangan na lahat na tao explain. Sometimes kasi na the truth will always come out. The truth uh, will be will be known by everyone.
Yes.
You really don't have to take an effort to explain kasi hindi mo naman yan kagagawa naman yan ng ibang tao sa'yo.
Yes.
You are not accountable to that. It would just take a lot of your time, a lot of your emotions, and at the end of the day, ma-realize mo, ubus ka na. You cannot handle that.
Stress ka na,
Yes.
pangit ka na.
Sometimes the best thing to address these people who are saying bad things against you is just you have to show them goodness.
Yes.
Kasi, you just have to be good when you live, as long as you live, you have to be good.
Oo.
Kasi at the end of the day, importante sa iyo is the peace that you can get.
What makes life peaceful for you?
Life is peaceful when God is with us and we let go of everything. We let go of the things, the material things, the earthly things that makes us suffer.
Yes.
That makes life peaceful for me. Not working for money because I believe when we work for something, we have to work for the Lord. We have to work for ourselves. We will not make money as the prime reason why we are living.
Yeah.
Kasi at the end of the day, also money is just there and will just go away. Alam mo ganun. And for me, money is the root of all evil.
Yes,
So
it is.
I do not really gauge my success through money. Kasi as long as God has provided everything for us, and alam mo yun, we also need to have that sense of contentment. It's not being lazy.
Yes,
But
that's
being
different.
Yeah, that's different. But contentment in a sense that you do not have to desire a lot of worldly things in life. Kasi too much desire for those things, well, it is the root of evil.
All evil.
So,
What I like also about you is when given the chance to enjoy life, pag sinabi mong enjoy life, you always say travel.
yes.
Oo. Kasi yung iba kasi, enjoy life, so shopping,
Yes,
so
yes,
they're
yes.
gonna gamble, they're gonna buy clothes, they're gonna buy phone, but for you, it's travel. And when we say travel, it doesn't have to be expensive.
Yes, yes.
It's a backpack travel, we eat on the streets. So bakit ganon?
Traveling for me, well, ano pa talaga yun. It started when I was very, very young. I always wanted to travel. I always want to go in places that I've never been to.
Yeah.
Because going to places you've never been to, you will experience a lot of things, realizations, and those are the experiences and the realizations you had during your travel will really fill your soul.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why traveling doesn't have to be expensive. All you have to do is to enjoy every bit of it, the hassle of it, the luxury of it, and all the experiences that comes in between.
Okay. So, speaking of travel, what is your favorite place na napuntahan mo na before? Na parang sabi mo, ito. If I sit on my porch, growing old, I will always look back to the day I went to this place.
Definitely, it would be my travel in Europe, sa Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Yes.
with with Ninong Leonard.
Hindi mag-learn. But most of the time naman kasi when I was strolling, I do it alone.
Yes.
Yes.
You always do that.
Yes, I always do. I always do that. Even traveling with family or friends, there are a lot of times talaga na I go out alone.
Even when we're traveling together, you always ask a time so you could
Yes.
stroll.
Yes, even in Taiwan, di ba?
Yeah, in Taiwan during our honeymoon.
All those mga pictures na I could really remember, vividly remember right now are those the times, alone times when I sit beside the lake and then you just experience and savor everything, the beautiful view, the the cold air, ganon. So, you just have to appreciate every little things lang talaga doon. And that will really fill your soul. Also, when during our honeymoon in Taiwan, it's also very memorable because ano lang talaga siya. We went there sa Taiwan with no itinerary. We really did not know where
We did
we're
not know
going.
where Hualien was.
Yes, yes, yes.
How to get to Hualien.
Yes, and everything is in Chinese, Mandarin characters, and we cannot understand a thing. We do not understand walang English translation doon.
No.
And nobody speaks English. Well, that's the challenge talaga
Yes.
in traveling. And then when you overcome it, you will experience a lot kasi parang magkakaroon ka talaga ng sense of parang self-realization ba na na-realize mo sa sarili mo na na may mga bagay talaga na mga kahit gaano siya kahirap, you will be really glad to experience those things.
Yes.
First job, well, I work with a private company.
Yes.
Yes, and it's something talaga na I have no idea whatsoever anong trabaho dyan.
Yeah.
Growing up, hindi talaga ako na-expose on office works. Ganun.
Administrative.
Yes.
And mind you graduated cum laude.
Okay. We may not talk about that. It's not important.
Yeah, no, we have to talk about it.
Okay.
I want to talk about it because I want to point out one thing here. You graduated cum laude, but you took the job na very hindi naman siya similar sa sa course na gi-take up mo.
Yes. Taking things talaga na beyond your comfort zone. Something to you. Yun talaga yung mga things na very good. Kasi if you go to the familiar way, before na there's no
There's no traffic.
There's no traffic.
Along the extra.
Along the yes. You have always to consider push yourself not to be in the very safe comfort. Doon yung comfort. Yes.
Even now, you're still friends with the people there. And whenever you leave jobs, kasi that's why I'm very amazed, is you still establish the good friendship. You still keep the people as friends. Na even now, we're still friends with them. Na almost 10 years na
Yes.
since your last job. How do you manage that?
Alam mo, it's just I always believe in kindness. Being
Kind ka kasi. Ako hindi talaga nila makita. Kind man ako, hindi nila makita.
kindness. When hindi naman kasi ganun kahirap talaga when you show kindness to anyone.
Yes.
Just have to be kind whenever, kung saan ka man ilalagay ni Lord, wherever job or wherever places you will be placed. It is always important for you to be kind.
Mm.
Being kind could get you a long way.
Yeah.
Being kind to people. Alam mo, ito yung kasi yung parang misconception sa akin before na having attained this, having a position like this, hindi daw ako very well
Manage
to
people.
manage people. Ay, hindi naman sa managing people, to dealing with people, especially daw yung nasa, I hate to say this, but ito yung mga sinasabi na nasa mababang positions. For me kasi, I do not see people kasi these positions. Positions never define a person. Talaga sa work, gano'n. If kahit utility ka, you should be given with utmost respect, just like the same respect that you give to your managers, to your bosses.
But I want you to talk about how you are inside our home as a
What do you want to
husband.
know? That's a very hard question.
Kasi doon you are fair. But in our home, you always give room for something to compromise with.
Yes.
And that's the hard part of being married to me.
That's part of it. Well, to be fair with
Masaya ka pa ba?
Of course. Well, that's the part of being married naman. No? In marriage naman kasi we have to compromise. Have to compromise also a part of yourself. You have to compromise everything also to make the marriage work.
Yeah.
So that's, for me naman, that's something I learned talaga. Even in Ludimero's marriage counters and workshops or seminars or advices from married people also. You know, it's important for the marriage to compromise. Kahit sabihin natin, sa trabaho ko, napaka-fair ko talaga when late is 15 minutes late is 15 minutes late. Sa'yo, pag 30 minutes late, it's 1 hour early. Ganun. You have to adjust also.
Okay. Recently, I have to open a very sensitive topic. You saw me being attacked, diba? And I saw you asking for counsel to our church friends, to some of our mentors. How that made you feel? Kasi kung ako kasi, if I'm attacked, giver, it's part of the job. It's the job for me. Yan ang ko parati is, it's a difficult job, it's part of the job. So if I'm attacked, it's part of the job. I don't have to explain myself because it's part of the job. But for you, it's a different thing because they attack me on the personal level. And I saw you talking with our church mentors about it, being a husband. How did that challenge change your perspective about marriage, or did it give you another sort of wisdom on how you perform or how you balance the society and being a husband? How is that?
Well, when it comes to those things, kasi, it's very natural, I think, that you have to protect. As a husband, I have to protect my wife. So, okay lang sana if it's about, let's say, a work, but it's more of the personal level. It is something na, alam mo, I cannot say that I'm a perfect person.
Yeah.
I make mistakes, I get mad also, kahit ganito ako. Sabihin nila napakatagal magalit. Yes, I do get mad. I am not a perfect person. Yes, but of course, though, have to talk with some of the people close to us to get some advices also. Kasi in this battle kasi, you are not alone. You are not alone.
Sa akin naman kasi, the wisdom for me is when I'm attacked or when people do something bad at me, the more I let go without getting the revenge, the more blessing the Lord will give me. And right now, I'm a testimony talaga. I have the first-hand experience regarding that na I'm attacked, I have these threats, I have this because some people want what I have. But when I really tried to let it go, that's the time the Lord blessed me, the blessings knocks on my door, and it's the Lord's job to make the people realize what they did was wrong. Okay, so what is the most important turning point in your life? Because this is turning point, so we have to know, is there a turning point that made you who you are right now?
Yes. Um, Most people might not know about it.
Mm.
But yes, my turning point just happened recently lang na, when I was clinically diagnosed with depression.
Mm.
And doon kasi parang, you have this image of myself that I really have to live talaga na to be perfect, hindi ka nagkakamali, you have to be
Yes.
nice with everyone, you have to be
Yes.
composed, you have to be who Roy Chan is.
Yeah.
Kung although based on
Hindi
the perceptions,
nagagalit.
hindi nagagalit, yan,
Pasensyoso.
pasensyoso,
Tapos makasubmit on time.
ng requirements
Requirements on time. Pag pinatayo mo, pinasagot mo, sasagot. And
Yes.
tama yung sagot. Okay.
Doon lang na-realize na it came into a point in my life na I felt very full of everything na parang hindi ako maka-express all the traumas, all the hurts and the anger that I had na been trying to keep to myself for
Yes.
the past 29 years.
Yeah.
So, doon ko lang na-realize na it's okay. Sometimes
It's
it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be a human. It's
Yes.
okay to
To make mistakes.
make mistake.
Oh my gosh. So I think that's the all of the questions I have. And right now, the purpose of Turning Point really is to inspire people, touch people na no one is perfect.
Yes.
Na everyone can make mistakes and everything in life is controlled by our creator, that's the Lord, na we are in good hands. So you, on your journey to enter a new chapter, being 30, what can you really advise or what have you learned about life na you want to impart to young individuals like us or those individuals opening a new chapter in their lives?
In opening a new chapter in life, you just have to be prepared, have to be ready. At the same time, we have to let go of things that we cannot handle. Kasi we have to understand also that we are human, we have weaknesses,
Yes.
we cannot be perfect.
Yes.
So you just have to live peacefully, at least try to live peacefully, and
Ikaw. Ikaw yung di-interview.
yeah, just have to challenge yourself also to be
Challenge also yourself.
in a way na to live a life for the good, for the better talaga. And you have to let go of the negative emotions that you have been keeping. You have to forgive yourself. You have
That's
to,
number one.
Number one. No? Of course, kahit married naman tayo, you have also talaga, di ba? I emphasized it before that the most important thing here is to love yourself.
Yes. You cannot.
You
You always tell me you can never give what you don't have.
Yes, you can never give something that you don't have. You cannot love your spouse, you cannot love a person when you don't love yourself.
Yes.
So that's the most important realizations I had before kasi alam mo naman yun, I always give and give and give talaga sa lahat ng people, and I would end up disappointed, really disappointed when alam mo yung when
You're left alone.
you're left alone or just have to talaga muna. You just have to love and understand yourself. You have to spend a lot of time with the Lord.
Yeah. That's important.
Kasi siya man talaga mag-guide sa'yo. And as mentioned kanina, wherever you are, wherever you will be placed, be kind to everyone.
Be kind to everyone.